Welcome back, everybody. Here we are at week 4 of Weight Loss Coaching Basics. And I'm so excited. This one, I just love this topic because we make this one the reason why we don't lose weight. Like, some of us have actually figured out that this topic is a problem for us. We've decided it is. We don't know how to solve it, but we know it's a thing. So what are we talking about this week? We are talking about emotional eating. Now, I want to talk about this because I feel like it's not as bad as we think it is. I know some of you who've been reading and researching and learning and thinking about emotional eating are like, yeah, it is a problem. That's not right. But here's the thing. Emotional eating is actually all eating. We are not, like cows who graze on grass, who eat one thing, pretty much. They eat other things because we feed them other things, but cows that are just living out in pasture pretty much just eat grass, right? And so they're just working to fill up the space that's empty in their stomach. Like, they're just trying to get enough fuel in to run their bodies. And so humans pretty much don't function that way around food. We have reasons why we eat the things we eat. Now, you might choose to make yourself, it's springtime, you've been to the farmer's market and they had some beautiful veggies and you decided, oh, I'm going to make this beautiful salad and some grilled veggies on the side. And, if you eat fish, you might put a piece of salmon on there, or you might slice up a piece of chicken or something like that. You might make this beautiful salad. You made your homemade dressing, like you put this beautiful plate in front of yourself, and then you eat it. Well, you had certain emotions that came from the way you think that said, this is good for me, this is beneficial, this is going to serve my body, this is the kind of fuel that I need, this is a good thing that I'm doing for myself. It produces a feeling, and your feeling is an emotion, right? You might feel compassionate towards yourself. You might feel loving toward yourself. You might feel generous. You might feel kind. To know that you can do something good for yourself by making yourself this food. You might also decide to eat because you are staring down the barrel of a deadline at work. Like, you've got this report that has got to be done. It's got to be done. And you really would prefer not to have to do this. It's a big deal. And so, interestingly, at that moment when you should be sitting down at your computer, you remember that there's this really, there's a bag of chips in the pantry and it is calling your name. And if you just took a minute to sit down, you would feel so much better if you could just have some of those chips. And that, you're not hungry. It's just, that seems like a really good idea. It gets you away from having to do the thing that you don't want to do. That emotion, that avoidance, that dread, eating the chips makes that emotion get smaller for a minute. It just, while you're acutely in the moment, you can push that emotion down by sitting there crunching on some chips. Another good example, when I'm looking down the barrel of a long night in the hospital, and I could be up 24, 30 hours before I get sleep again. And I don't love not sleeping. Not my favorite. Now, I've worked on how I think about it over the years, but, feeling tired isn't really one of my favorite. So I can start to feel self-pity. Like, it's just not right. I just don't want to be up all night, and I don't think it's fair, and I could be doing something else, and I don't want to, like, wham. I definitely go there. I go there for sure. So then I think, well, you know what might make that better? Chocolate. I deserve chocolate because my life is hard. It's so much stress. There's so much, I don't get to sleep. I got to be up in the middle of the night dealing with these difficult, challenging situations and sick people who need help. And instead of thinking anything else, like I get the honor of taking care of people, or I'm equipped for this, I'm trained for this, all kinds of thoughts that I can choose. Instead, I think this isn't fair. I don't want to do it. I think I better eat chocolate to feel better. Now, I've learned not to do that. But it's been a matter of training my brain over the thinking and recognizing when it comes. It's a great example of emotional eating. Now, you can have emotions that are positive and drive positive decisions with your eating. You can have emotions that drive negative eating. You can have emotions that drive you to eat when you're not really hungry to make emotions go away. Or you can have emotions that drive you only to choose to eat as fuel when you're actually hungry and when your body is calling for food. It's all emotional eating. So, all that being said, it's not always that easy to sort it all out in your own head by yourself. And that's okay, because that's what I'm here for. If you would like to work with me as your weight loss coach, or on any real goal that you're trying to get to, maybe you're trying to get to healthier eating. Maybe you've figured out, I don't want to eat like the way I eat anymore. I want to eat like this, but I don't know how to get there. Or some other goal that you have in mind that you need a coach for. I can help. Email me at drandreachristianparks@gmail.com and we'll set up a consultation so we can see if we want to work together. All right? I can't wait. Next week is our last week on weight loss coaching basics. See you then. Bye.